Hello, this is Bobby from Texas Skid Steer. Going to give you some tips on how to check out a skid steer loader, because I've been doing this since about '95, and I've literally, I think to say I've checked out hundreds of thousands of skid steer loaders is just a easy statement for me to make. I'll check out thousands and thousands of skid steers every year. I actually sell hundreds of skid steers every year, so I do check out a lot of them, and I want to give you some of my experience on how to check out a skid steer loader. Now, on this rubber track machine, one thing that is very important is to just, look at the tracks. Make sure that the tracks have some life left in them. I would say that track is probably about 70% left on it. And that's important because, tracks are a little bit higher than tires, even though they're getting more affordable all the time, especially since you can get them in aftermarket. A set of tracks that used to cost about $2,000 a side, now you can get them for about $1,100 a side. But still, you want to check out the tracks. Even though track machines, or the tracks for track machines, are getting more affordable, you still want to pay attention to the tracks and make sure that you don't just have to immediately have to buy a set of tracks. Make sure they got about 50% life left in them. And something else that you want to check out, you want to check out that main drive sprocket. This is a really good one here. It's got a lot of life left in it. If you put your finger right here, you can see how nice and flat that is. All right, well that's almost new. It's not new. I would call it probably 70% left on that drive sprocket. I want to show you the difference. This one over here, it's got a little bit more wear than the machine that we just looked at. It's still good, usable. We don't sell anything here at Texas Skid Steer that's not just a good, usable machine. But this drive sprocket does have a little bit more wear on it. I would call it about 50%, life left on it. And the tracks on this one, although they're still good, I was saying about 70% on those other tracks. I would call these more like 50 or 60%. That's something you need to look at. Another thing you need to do, now this is no fun, but you actually need to get up underneath the back of the skid steer and look at the belly pan. You need to make sure that it's not all saturated in oil. If it's got oil underneath it, the underneath of the belly pan is all wet, well, that's either hydraulic fluid or engine oil, and it is a leak, and that leak can be a major problem that's about to happen. So that's something that you really need to be pay attention to, is leaks. Now, something else you need to do is look at the booms. These are the booms. You need to look at them and make sure that they're not cracked. There can be cracks in them booms, and that can be a dangerous situation. You need to make sure that it's got auxiliary hydraulics so you can run all of your attachments. You can run augers and grapple buckets like this, mowers. There's just literally hundreds and hundreds of different attachments that you can that you can use, and there's a whole lot of them nowadays that take auxiliary hydraulics, and auxiliary hydraulics is that right there. Make sure that they have those, and get on the machine, start it up, see if the machine is smoking or not. Now, it's normal for a skid steer loader to smoke just a little bit right when it first starts, but that should quickly go away, and there shouldn't be any smoke at all after the first, say 10-15 seconds after it starts. There shouldn't be any smoke. So, and just make sure that when you lift the boom on the machine, make sure that the boom doesn't leak back down by itself. When you lift it up, it should stay up. It should not come back down by itself. You need to lift the machine off the ground using the bucket and then let go of the controls, and the machine should stay up by itself. So that's just a few things that you should think about when checking out a skid steer loader. And keep in mind, as far as hours go, that the larger the machine, the less the hours mean. In other words, a 40 horsepower skid steer loader that has 2,000 hours on it, that's a lot more hours than if it was an 80 horsepower machine with the same hours. So keep that in mind. The bigger the horsepower of the machine, the less the hours mean. An 80 horsepower machine, you might get 8,000 hours out of it before you have to overhaul the engine. And a 40 horsepower machine, you may have to overhaul it at 4,000 hours. So just kind of keep that as a rule of thumb. If you have any questions about checking out skid steer loaders, or just want to look at the skid steer loaders that we have for sale, give me a call at 817-668-1018. You can check out the skid steer loaders that we currently have in inventory by going to our website, texasskidsteer.com. We've always got a good quality selection of used skid steer loaders for sale in rubber track machines and in wheel machines. So just go to our website, texasskidsteer.com, or give me a call at 817-668-1018. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a blessed day.